Well, hello everybody. Guess who? Yep, Mr. No Guts, No Glory. Alright, I told you I was going to do a vitamin video, so I'm going to do it for you. Now I want everyone to understand, I am not a doctor, I'm not some biochemist, some specialist. These are my opinions over the many years of research that I have done myself, and I'm just trying to help all of you guys to understand a little more about vitamins and to understand the vitamin industry and some of the untrue rumors you hear and some of the truth rumors that you hear. I'm not a say-all, do-all. I will show you what I take. I will try to explain what most of them do, their benefits, the good, the bad, and the company that I use. And you really do have to know what you're doing a little bit, so you're not getting inferior products, because the vitamin industry is not controlled by the government very close. It's one of those industries, so they can say one thing and not do it, or say what's in it and really it has a very small amount in it or whatever. That's why I use the products that I use and that I recommend to you. Now, the products I use are called Puritan Pride. This is their catalog. They give you a catalog about once every couple of months, 2 or 3 months maximum. I recommend that you call them and have them send you a free catalog. Down at the bottom here is their phone number. It's 800-645-1030. They're called Puritan Pride. They're open 24/7. And they always have good specials. One time it might be buy one get one. One time it might be buy one get two. One time it's buy one get three. Sometimes it's buy two get three. Like this time it's buy two and you get three. So, and that helps. I stock up when they have really good sales like that. So I recommend that you do call them and ask them to send you a catalog, and they will send you a catalog. Okay? I should have contacted them to see if I can get a code, referring. I'm not sure, but they have such good sales that you really don't need a code, because they really do have some good sales. So let's kind of get started now that you know where I get them, because they do. I mean, they've got laboratories that they go through. They have their own laboratory. They break it all down. So sometimes they've got a good breakdown in the book about the laboratory. So they do make sure that their products are 100% of what they say they are. Okay? Now, why do I take vitamins? Well, I'm hardly ever sick, first of all, because I take vitamins. And if I do ever get sick, it's a lot shorter span of sickness than whoever gave it to me, or the majority of people who have the same sickness, and they're sick longer than I am. Okay, so that's one reason. Another big reason I take them is what we eat, what we breathe, what we drink. Everything's pretty much contaminated anymore. I have a whole house filter on the house, and I also have a 5-stage water filter on the kitchen sink, because of all of the contaminants and chloride and fluoride and all of the stuff that's in our drinking water, lead and everything else. And the 5-stage filters all of that out, so it's very healthy for you. So that's one reason. All right, is what we drink. The other reason is what we breathe. I mean, it's amazing what's in the air anymore. Pesticides and, you know, any kind of, all kind of different pollutants from the coal industry and fossil fuels and, you know, burning gas, burning diesel. There's a lot of contaminants in the air. And contaminants, you breathe all of it in, and, you know, it can affect your body. And last, what we eat. There's so many chemicals in our foods anymore. And then you throw in the GMOs. If you don't know what a GMO is, the grain industries and a lot of the industries have come up with, GMO stands for genetically modified organisms. In other words, they've messed with the DNA codes of our foods, so they can produce more at less of a cost. So it's not true, you know, like it was 100, 200, 1,000 years ago, whatever. The food isn't pure like it used to be. It's genetically modified. So that's another reason I take it. So now let's talk about a good multiple vitamin. Green Source. Okay, this is Green Source. This is the one that I take. Now, I'll tell you why I take this. I take it because it is a whole food vitamin. Thus meaning this vitamin with minerals is made from whole food concentrates. It's not chemical based. If you're taking one a day, Centrum, any multiple vitamin other than a whole food multiple vitamin, you're taking chemicals. There again, you're not taking an actual original vitamin from a food. You're taking a chemical vitamin. Helps you a little bit, nothing like this. All right, you need to take a good whole food vitamin if you're going to take a vitamin. And there again, and yeah, it's a little pricier. Some of these things I'm going to tell you about are kind of pricey, but if you get them like I get them on sale, a good example on the this was the buy two get three. I don't know if you can see it or not. All right, I paid $75. I got the middle one, the 120 capsules of the whole food vitamins, the Green Source. Cost me $75. All right, and they have free shipping. Look at all the different items that are in it. I would go through and read them all, but I really don't want to. But there are a couple of really good items in here. One of them, they have all kind of different blends, proprietary blends, vegetable blends, fruit blends, fiber blends. But there's one that they do have in there that is called spirulina. It's almost like an algae, but it is fantastic. It's grown over in Asia, and it's very good for you. So a good multiple vitamin made from whole foods. That's what you want to take. Not a one a day, not a Centrum, you know, not a store brand, especially some of these store brands from Walmart, some of these places. You're not getting a high quality vitamin. You might think you are, but like I said, it's not regulated like some of our industries are. So the purities and stuff might not be what they say they are. All right. So next, I'm going to start down my list of the things that I take. I take fish oil along with my multiple vitamin. All right, I take 4 fish oils, 2 in the morning, or I should say 2 at lunch and 2 in the evening with them. I take them with meals always. Okay, you could take 6 if you wanted to, 3 and 3, or I just take 2 and 2. What is good? What's fish oil good for? Okay, I'll try to explain what each of these is good for. Fish oil is good for your, obviously you've heard it before, for your heart health. It's very good for your heart health. It's good for your joint health. Okay, and it's good for your energy and your cell growth. So those are 3 very good things that fish oil is good for. Alrighty. I also take another one. You don't have to take this. I take it. Alright, it's called CoQ10. There's different strengths in that also. This is the 200 mg micrograms. Alright. It's good for your cell growth, and it's a good antioxidant. So it's good for your health also, or for your heart also. Alright. Alright. My next one is the green source. I told you about it. The next one is called Fiber Force. You need to take some kind of fiber, okay? This particular one has different fibers in it. You want to take more than one kind of fiber. The biggest, most common fiber out there you get is Phaceolus husk. Alright? Now, this one does have some Phaceolus husk in it, but it also has, it's got apple pectin, it's got kidney bean extracts, it's got oat bran, it's got prune powder, it's got peach fiber, it's got cauliflower, carrot, broccoli fibers. It's very good for your digestive system, okay? That's what I take for my digestive system. It's good to keep colon cancer, to stave it off, because it keeps you very regular. It doesn't give you, how can I say, it doesn't give you the shits, alright? It doesn't give you the runs or anything like that. It just keeps you very regular, where you won't get backed up, compacted, you know. That's one of the worst things you can do to your colon, is if you don't have regular bowel movements. I'm sorry if I'm, you know, getting a little more in depth, but I'm really trying to explain everything to you guys, why I take what I take and what it's good for. And this will keep you regular, so the waste doesn't stay in you in long periods of time, because that's what does cause and can cause the colon cancer sometimes, okay, along with other things. But that's one of the common things, is not keeping it regulated, because your colon is ridged and grooved and it stays in there, and if you don't get it cleaned out, it's not good. Alright, next, cinnamon. I take a couple of these a day, one at lunch, one in the evening. Alright, these are 500 milligrams. You can take them in 1,000 milligrams. You can take more than that if you want. What is cinnamon good for? It's very good for your blood sugar. It helps you on your blood sugars if you're diabetic. It helps maintain and control your blood sugars. That's just one of the things that helps the blood sugars. The next thing that helps it, that I'm going to move right along, that I take, is apple cider vinegar. I cannot drink apple cider vinegar. It's rough. Some people can do it, I can't. So how do I do it? I take it right here, apple cider vinegar capsules, and I take, again, 2 at lunchtime and 2 in the evening. Apple cider vinegar is for so many things, so many things, but it's also good for your blood sugar. It's very good for your, oh my God, it's endless what the things that it's good for. Weight loss, it's good to stave off cancer, heart problems, diabetes, high blood pressure. It helps fight off colds. It kills bacterial infections that cause diarrhea. It helps on leg cramps. So, excuse me. So it can, apple cider vinegar is good for so many things. If you did, remember all these things I'm talking about, excuse me, do some research on them also. Google is your friend. Just remember that. So next I take a probiotic, okay? This is one of the first places you can start with your health, of helping your healthy, to get a healthy system, is this all starts in your stomach with your stomach acids, okay? So you want a good probiotic. It helps balance out your system, you know, for the heartburn, for the indigestion. A good probiotic helps do that. Next is calcium. I think we all know what that's good for. That's good for your bones. All right, and helps with your cells also. Another one I take, this is another miracle. I don't want to call it a drug. It's another miracle vegetable. It's garlic. Now, you might have heard some bad things about garlic as far as you'll burp it, you'll taste it, your breath will stink. Well, you get a good odorless one, okay? And Puritan Pride has several of the odorless ones. I also get the one, this is garlic with parsley. Or I used to take just straight garlic. This one, they had a good special on it, so, and parsley is good for you also. So I got this one. They're little bitty gel capsules. I get one to show you here. They're really teeny tiny. And I take 2 and 2. I take 2 in lunchtime and 2 in the evening. They are, trying to see how many milligrams, 500 milligrams of garlic and 100 milligrams of parsley. All right. So do some research on garlic and you'll see that it's very good for you. Garlic is good for your heart. It combats sickness, the common cold, reduces blood pressure. It helps your immune system. It improves your cholesterol. It's a good antioxidant. See, it's good for a lot of things. And again, make sure you get the odorless ones. Now, there's 2 other things I take, and I take for men's health. Okay, one very important one for men's health. A lot of you might have some husbands that are starting to have a few problems in the men's category, whether it's bedroom, whether it's getting up and peeing a lot, or prostate problems. There's one thing that is fantastic that I have found, and it is called Super Beta Prostate. Alright, this too is mail order. You might have heard it on the radio before. It's not been on TV, but it's been on the radio. Millions and millions of men take this, and it's amazing the benefits of it. Your urine flow, if you have a really slow urine flow, and it's 2 a day, 1 in the AM, 1 in the PM, and it really helps in the men's category. It's called Super Beta Prostate. You can do some research on it. Recommend it to your husband. There's something else that helps in the bedroom, and there's 2 other things I'm going to recommend. One of them is called Ageless Male. The other one is called, this is an amino acid. Alright, L-arginine. Alright, this is 1,000 milligrams. You can take 1 or 2, but it definitely helps in the bedroom. Alright, and so does Ageless Male. So those are some products you can look into. I think a few of you had some of those questions for your husbands, your significant others. So, all right, let's move on down the line here and see if I've missed anything. Oh, I also take a half of an aspirin a day. All right, you can either take a baby aspirin. That's kind of what a lot of the doctors recommend. I take a half of a 325 milligram. I just cut them in half with my pill cutter. I take a half of aspirin a day. Very good. It thins your blood, and it'll really help to stave off heart disease. It keeps your blood flowing. It'll help decrease blood clots, and it's blood clots that kind of cause the heart attack. A lot of times they'll get in a narrowed artery, you know, that's starting to plug up, and a blood clot will hit it, and that'll cause the heart attack. So that'll help thin your blood so you don't get the blood clots like that. All right, we talked about super beta prostate. All right. Now, vitamins. Will I overdose on vitamins? Will they make me sick? Well, let me tell you, there's only 3 vitamins, all right, that you can overdose on. Not minerals, but vitamins. That's vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin K, all right? But the side effects before you overdose would be so severe, you wouldn't overdose, all right? So, don't worry about overdosing on something. The majority of these vitamins are what they call water soluble. What your body does not use, you will pee it out. All right. Have you noticed? I don't know if you take vitamins, or if you have, or if you eat a lot of foods that have vitamins in them. Have you noticed your urine really orangey or real dark yellow, or that's the excess vitamins that your body it used all it could use and store up, and you're peeing out all the excess vitamins you didn't use. Okay, so don't worry about overdosing, because the majority of them are water soluble and you won't. Okay, like I said, the side effects would be so horrendous that you wouldn't overdose, because you'd say, man, something's not right. I gotta slow down on taking something. But the doses we're talking about, there's no way you overdose. Okay, so just make sure Google's your friend. So do your own research. I'm sorry, I've got notes, cause so I don't miss anything. So I'm sorry if I am looking down. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So that's pretty much everything I've got to say about vitamins at the time. All right, I don't want to overwhelm you too much with it, but I do want you to do your own research. I do recommend that you get a Puritan Pride book, look through it, see the products that they do offer, and I'm looking forward to any questions, any comments. I'll try to answer them the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm not a say-all. I don't claim to be a genius or anything, but I've done it many years. I've taken vitamins probably 30-40 years. So between trial and error and reading about it and doing my own research, I've made my own regimen, and you too can make your own regimen. Kind of decide on what you want to do. So that saying, look forward to my next video. We're gonna go ahead and do one on the vacuum sealing, because we did get a new vacuum sealer, and we'll talk a little bit about dehydrating foods and things like that. So I think I've covered everything I need to cover for right now. So I want to say thank you, all the new friends that we've got, all the old friends we've got. We're growing leaps and bounds. I also want to comment to a lot of you that's been asking or requesting that maybe I start my own channel. Well, I would, but there's a few reasons I won't, and those being I'm pretty much all up in this with Kathy, helping her with hers, so we're kind of a team effort, and I like it that way. I like keeping it that way. Mine you might not like, because I might go off on a few tangents that you might not like about me. You might see the political side of me, you might see the religious side of me, which I'm really restraining not to give out too much information. The way our society is, I don't want to get sidetracked and go off on you. So anyway, that's the big thing, is I want to just keep it the way it is with her. You'll see me, I'm involved in this, and she too is involved in it. We're at 7,000 subscribers now, so we're really growing, and we thank all of you for that. Spread the word. We want to be friends with as many as we can, and you'll see some upcoming things. We're going to be going on vacation several times here and there. And if you want to cross paths with us, we'd be, happy for that to happen also. We're going to be in Branson coming up at the end of the month, and we'll be up in Michigan and towards the end of the month in September. There's just a few places we go. We met some of you out in Gatlinburg. We were out there in May. So we look forward to little greetings and get-togethers for things like that. And that's about all. So remember, let go, let God. No guts, no glory. Mister, that is. She's in the room, but this is my time. So anyway, we'll see you later on. Have a good day. Bye.